thanks for your time that I from and I really appreciate your participation in this training. In this training, we are going to cover a specific topic like how to generate and export reports from the data, from the records coming to the CrossChex standard. So at the end of training, you can share your doubts and queries so that I can answer your doubts and I can clear your queries as well. Yes, we will be sharing this training on our website after the training, like after 1 day, so that you can. Would like to brief you on on the company first of all. So, 15 years, we have expanded more than 100 countries. We have covered till now more than 200,000 projects across the globe. We are having more than 200. So I was just giving you an introduction about having our own algorithm, that is the name of algorithm BioNano, which is patented algorithm, which is corely and solely developed by NVIDIA. And we are having separate algorithm for surveillance products, that is RVI. We do have our own cloud platform that can be used for time attendance purpose as of now, and we are going to improve the products as per the customer requirements. We do have a separate access control protocols like safety control protocols. So this is our complete journey from 2005 to 2020, where we have launched multiple things in between. Like we started our separate business segment, that is you take under the brand, like that is a separate business unit established for small, medium, smart lock systems and other things. We do have our separate business segment under the name of Secure 365, which is specially designed for a cloud-based access control system and other things. In between, we launch our facial recognition as well as AI facial recognition devices. So as I said, like there are three basic three business units under the NVIS umbrella. Like NVIS is enterprise security products and solution that we are having in our kitty. UTech is specially designed for consumer products, and Secure 365 is integrated security SaaS platform for access control purpose. We are having majorly into two business products, like that is access control time attendance products as well as intelligence surveillance products and solutions. This is our technology structure where we are covering multiple things, starting from access control, time attendance, and surveillance and other things. We are having intelligence enterprise solutions, smart commercial products, and smart home products as well. Apart from that, we do have multiple platforms where we work. That is, we like for communication purpose, we use Bluetooth and Zigbee and Wi-Fi and 4G LTE and other communication modes as well. As I was telling you, the BioNano algorithm, BioNano is specially designed and patented algorithm of NVIDIA, where we are having fingerprint algorithm as well as face algorithm and iris algorithm. RVI is patented algorithm for surveillance products, that is smart imaging, smart stream storage, as well as AI algorithm and data security is also available. We take care of data privacy and security from the customer. This is our global presence where we have expanded ourselves across the globe with the 4 global offices, 300 plus employees across the globe, 100 plus distributors and 30 plus technical partners. And we do have 2,000 plus resellers as well as 50 plus system integrators. Major success stories of NVIS, where we are providing our solution to multiple segments in the market. So these are the few success stories that Mexico government is our major project that we have provided our solution with. Top 20 universities that we have covered from our cloud-based time attendance solution, and top security solutions that we have provided global corporate partners as well. Major global events that we participate in, that is global expos. We recently participated in Intersec, We cover road shows as well as we cover monthly and weekly public trainings to the customers. So all those trainings are already available on Anvi's website under training segment, and you can get the training recording videos on YouTube as well. In this particular training, we are going to cover majorly focusing on access control and time attendance solution. And the topic will be how to generate attendance reports in CrossChex standard application. And even we can show you like how to export those reports into multiple formats. So as you already know, like Anvis is having multiple software applications. So CrossChex standard is a desktop-based software application which is used for time attendance as well as access control purpose, from which you can configure multiple things related to devices. So you can do the device management, you can do user management, you can do a record management, and you can use those records coming from the devices to generate more reports, attendance reports, which is required for attendance purpose, time attendance purpose. So once you log into the application, you will get a complete dashboard kind of thing where you can see multiple menus and the flow of the configuration, which you can see here. So to generate attendance reports, first of all, you have to make sure like all the transactions from the devices configured to the software should be downloaded into the software application database. So to download records, you can either use download new records or download all records option, using which you can download the records there in the devices to the software application. And once you are having all the transactions, all the records from the devices to the software application, you can configure shifts and other things. And then you can generate more reports and you can export those reports into multiple formats. So suppose if I'm having all the records in the software application, you can just cross check by selecting particular department and user and a date time frame, and you can see whether records are there in the software application or not from the records panel. So records tab is there where you can get all the records which are, so these are the raw, like this is the raw data actually coming from the devices, where you can see all the transitions coming from the devices to the software database. You can export these records for your purpose again, like you can export into Excel, you can export into text format, and you can use the raw data for your purpose again. To generate the reports, you need to go to the attendance, but before that, you have to do the shift configuration. So we have already covered the shift configuration into previous training, where you can configure multiple timetables. You can create shifts based on the timetable, and then you can assign the shift to the users, to the employees in the software application, so that you can get the data in the report format. So to configure the things, first thing, like you have to create timetables. You have to assign the timetables to the shifts, and then you can assign the shift to the users by selecting the particular time frame, like date frames here. So that all those settings are already available in shift settings, from where you can configure the shift configuration and all. Apart from that, you can do the overtime calculations by configuring the overtime settings that we have provided into attendance parameters. So once I configure the shifts and assign to shift to the employees or users, you can calculate the attendance reports from the attendance panel, where you have to select the particular user, or you can select all users, you can select particular department as well. And then you can select the date frame, like from and to date. And then you can click on statistical analysis, where all the records from like raw data and the shift configuration will apply on the raw data, and you will get the calculation of attendance in 4 tabs. So the first tab is analysis of attendance records, where you can see the records and the respective operation done by the software on the records. So if you can see here, the attendance status, by default status for the record is the different. and the operation done by the software on the record is different based on the shift configuration. And accordingly, you will get the data into multiple calculation formats. Like you can see, in shift record analysis, you can see multiple things, and all those reports, all the data can be exported into formats again, for which you have to just use the report preview option, from which you can select a number of formats. You can select a particular format and you can just export the report into that format. So this is the first report format, that is a records report, which will show you the date, time, and the status of the particular user for that particular transaction. This is the record reports report. Second report is the report which you can generate and which you can see from this. Like you can change the status. Like again, if you want to change something into the records, like that can be a status of the record, or if you want to add some, or if you want to append some record, then you can use the features provided at the right hand side. So where you can change the status, like by default, the status of the record is 7, which is again a status available in the status setting, which you can change to the particular status if you want. So this is daily record report, where you can see date, the day of the transaction, and the number of times that user has done the transaction, with the number of times as well as the working time. So you will get the working time between first in and the last out. Second report is symbolic table report. So this will be a symbolic attendance report, where you can see a monthly report with the respective user and the status of that user on a particular day. So if suppose I'm generating a report from 1st of January to 31st of January, then I can see the records as per the day, like per day, what is the status of that report, that particular user. And the status can be defined in the attendance parameter again, where you can change the status symbols. So at the bottom, if you are able to see, like there is a remark where you can see the legends as per the record parameters used. So you can change the symbols if you want from the attendance parameter settings in the CrossChex standard. Monthly attendance report, where you can see a user-wise attendance reports per day. So here you can get the date, the day of that particular transaction, timetable that you have given, and the time, the attendance punching times that user has done. And based on the attendance time, based on the punching time, you can see the calculation, that is whether the user is absent, the user is present, what are the late minutes, what are the early minutes, what are the overtime minutes, and other things that you can get it here. Hours of month attendance, where you can see the month wise, like a completely monthly report, where you can see the day wise working hours of the user. Like if you are able to see in front of you, the user has done 8.1 working hour or 9 working hours, or total weekly working hours are 35.1 working hours. And at the end, you will get a monthly total working hours here. Attendance statistical total report, where you can see a summary of all the working hours, and that can be a actual working hours or absent working hours, the late coming minutes, early going minutes, overtime working hours, free overtime, and other things, that you can get a summary of report with the working hours. Another report, that is attendance exception report, where you can see if there are any abnormal attendance, abnormal transactions done by the user. That can be some break time, they have taken, or wrong data there, then you will get all the data in the attendance exceptions report. The next report is away or late report, where you can see if user has taken any leave, or if user is out of the office for some particular reason, and if admin or HR person has done the entry into the software, then you can get the report of away or leave report in this format, where you can see the date and time and the reason for the for the transaction, for the leave, exception type, working how like for how much working hours he has taken a leave, and how much planned leave or how much planned hours he has taken. Current data, this is again a report which will show you the transactions, which will show you the report for the data available into the calculation, like statistical analysis. So as soon as you will do the statistical analysis, you can generate the report in this format, where you can see multiple columns starting from department, user number, user ID, user name, date, time, the status of the transaction, the operation done by the software, and if there are any changes in the status, you can see that. Again, exception description, like if that is a normal record, if that is a wrong state, if that is an invalid record, timetable assigned to the user, identification code, fingerprint, if like if he has like what kind of identification mode he has used, that you can see in the third last column. Work code, if user has used any work code, and on which device he has done the punch, he has done the transaction, that you can see in this report. Now these are the reports. Now I will show you how to export these reports into multiple formats, as multiple customers may ask you for the exportation of report into Excel or Word or text format. Then that can be done from our software, that is CrossChex standard. So if suppose if I have generated a report, there is a print option available, which you can print it directly from the software. You can give a print command and the report will be printed. If you want to export into other formats, you can select the particular format using the save button. So save button is already save icon is already there on the software on the report panel, using which you can export the report into below formats. Like the report can be XLS, that is Excel format, CSV format, RTF format, that is rich text file format, or you can export into rich text advanced file as well. So these are the things which I wanted to cover you. If any doubts, any queries, you can raise me, and I will take few more minutes to show you all these things on a real-time manner or on a live application. So let me share you my screen again. Till time you can raise your queries on a Q&A session so that I can answer your queries. So I'm going to show you the same what I covered in the training right now, in the presentation right now, where you can see multiple things. I logged into the software application, that is CrossChex standard. Before going to the reports tab, or before going to the records tab or attendance tab, I will do the shift configuration. So for shift configuration, I will create timetables in this way. Let's say my general shift is from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I have done the configuration of timetable. Then I created a timetable to the shift. That is the name of shift is general. And then I assigned the timetable, the shift to the user. Just give me a minute. So once I configure the timetable and shift and assign the shift to the user, I will go to the records. before that, I will download all the records which are there in the devices, which will be downloaded to the software. And then in records, I will see all the records, all like, let me show you some data here. So these are the records downloaded from the devices to the software. You can see multiple records with multiple status and the device number and everything that you can see here. So if I'm confirmed, like all the transactions are downloaded from the devices to the software, I will go to the attendance and then I will select department or a company name. You can select a particular user as well from here, or you can select a particular all users as well. I will select a date time format here from and to, and then I will click on statistical analysis, where the combination of shifts and the transitions coming from the devices will work here, and you will get the calculations in this format, where you can see the department or the name of the department, the user number, user ID, name of the user, date, time, and the status of the transaction. And if any changes done by the software, then you can see it here. By default, status of the transaction was in. The user has done punch on the in status. But as per the shift configuration, the software has implemented the logic and it has changed the status from in to out. So you will get in time as 7:39 minutes and out time as 5:03 minutes. And based on that, you can get the calculation here in this way. So the by default shift assigned to the user is from 7 to 5. He has done in punch at 7:39 and out punch at 5:03. So the late coming based on the calculation are 39 minutes 51 seconds. And again, you can see other things as well, like total working hours, actual working hours. Actual working hours are by deducting the late comings and other things. Then the shift assigned to the user. You can add and remove the columns from here. Like I hope you are able to see, like on right hand side, I am able to see the columns. I can click on show all columns and I can get more data. So if there are any break time and all, you can see the break time as well. And the same reports I can export from here itself, like record reports and other things, or current data reports. I can export from here, or I can generate a report and I can export that report from here. So this is the report that I have generated right now, where you can see the daily record report, and I can save this report into the format, or I can print from here itself directly. So if I want to save it here, like I will select the format and I can save the report into the particular format. So this is what actually I wanted to cover. If any doubts, you can raise me so that I can just clear your doubts. I can answer your doubts. Yeah. So there are some questions from you guys. Yeah. So Ruslan, yeah. So there is a question. We can design own report in CrossChex. Yes, we have given a design report feature where you can design the report, but that we will cover into the next training so that you can get more basic idea, so that you can design the reports at your end as well. So that we are going to cover into upcoming trainings. Any questions, you can let me know. So there is one more question from the customer, like, is it possible to schedule and send to email? No, scheduling option is not there. You can download, you can schedule the downloading of the attendance records from the device, but scheduling of report generation and sending to email is not as of available into the software. We will make a note of it and we will work on the same. Thank you, Ilyas. There is another question like, can you explain the wrong state that always come on the report? Wrong state is basically, you know, uh, exception defined by the software. It's because the timetable that you have defined is from 7 to 5, and the status of the both the transactions are in. So by default status of the device when user punch on the device was in, and as per the software logic, if 739 is the in status or in punch or in transaction, there should be subsequent transaction for that in. So 5-3 punch, the second transaction should be out. It should not be in. So software has implemented the logic and it has changed the status from in to out. That's why it has mentioned the exception as wrong status, wrong state, you can say. So there is no any effect of this exception. It's just for your knowledge. Like software has changed the status, and that's why it has mentioned at is as a wrong state. So for every transaction, if there is any change, you can see there is a wrong state mentioned by the software. That is an exception just for your knowledge. It will just correct the data as per the logic, and it will show you that the data came from the device or the status for the transaction was wrong. So that's why it has shown you the default status of the transaction was wrong, and it has corrected by the software. I hope it's clear. Yeah, so Ilyas, you can get the shift settings trainings in our training on our website, basically in the training tab, where we have uploaded the shift configuration training video, recorded video on the website. So you can either refer that or you can visit our YouTube channel and you can get the recorded videos over there. There is one more question. If an employee used to come in multiple shifts, like Monday on day shift and on Tuesday evening shift, and in next day night shift, how can I cater this function? Okay, good question, Hafiz. So basically, we have shift configuration. So for that, I will definitely recommend you to visit our website and you can just refer the shift configuration recorded video, training recorded video. But I will brief you here. In the settings, you can go to the shift settings where you can create multiple timetables. So let's say as per your scenario, there are 3 timetables. Like first is a day shift, and then evening shift and night shift. And if user is coming into a rotational manner, like say for first week I'm coming into day shift, for second week I'm coming to evening shift and then night shift, then that rotation can be created using the shift setting. So for example, let me create one shift. Let's say rotation shift. So I will select a cycle, either that is a day cycle or a week cycle. If the pattern is fixed, you can select that, or if pattern is not fixed, then I will let you know the another solution. If pattern is fixed, let's say my shift is changing on a weekly basis, then I will select a week cycle. I will increase the week cycle here. So there are 3 week cycles that I have created, and then I will add a timetable from here. Let's say my first week is from Monday to Saturday. I will be coming to general shift. In second week, I will be coming to, let's say, 817 shift. Sorry, this not this one. So this is my second week. So in this way, you can create a rotation and you can assign the rotation to the user using the user scheduling feature. And then that user can, the user can follow the pattern, and then accordingly a report will be generated. If there is no any specific or a defined or a fixed shift and user is coming into any shift, then there is one more feature as intelligent scheduling, which you can use if there is no overlapping, there are no overlapping shifts basically. So I can assign the timetable to the user from arrange feature, arrange option. I will select normal schedule. I will select intelligent scheduling rather than selecting a normal scheduling. And from intelligent scheduling, I will select the timetables which I have created. So let's say there are 3 timetables I have created: day shift, evening shift, and night shift. And then I will add those timetables from here, from the drop-down box. And once I assign these timetables to the user, based on the punching time, the software will automatically assign the timetable to that transaction. So suppose my my in punch is at around 7:05 in the morning. So software will check the threshold which we define into shift configuration, into timetable configuration, and it will assign that timetable to the user. So based on the in punch, the software will take a decision like which convenient timetable will be there for the particular transaction. So that is again a good option you can configure, but we recommend it only if there are no overlapping shift, or if there should not be any overlapping uh, threshold for in time and out time. I hope that is clear. If not, then you can refer the video on our training page. You will get more idea on that. CrossChex standard, here we can see real-time checkout from user. Yes. So yes, Tao. So we can see the real-time transactions coming from the devices. For that, you have to just go to the device settings and you can use this activate real-time feature. Right now my device is not connected, so I cannot show you, but you can use this real-time activate feature so that the transaction data will be downloaded on a real-time manner, and you can see the transactions at the below panel here. Uh, so Godwill, yeah. So Godwill, yes, there are some queries from the customer like the status should be automatically changed either on the device, or software should be intelligent enough to change the status of the transaction. So that's why we have provided the feature. Either you can define the automatic change status on the device. So let's say there are 2 status, one is in and one is out, and you want to change the status like morning 9 to 12 o'clock, the device should work on an in mode, in status, or in the evening from 4 to 8 o'clock, device should change the status automatically to out. Then that feature is also available. You can configure the device on automatically changing status, or even if you are not changing the status or device is not capturing the transitions on particular status, software is having its own intelligence which will change the status of transaction. So that will not be a major problem. Any other doubts, any queries you can raise so that yeah, I can clear it out. Okay, so Goswil, I will let you know where you can set the device on automatic status. For that, you have to just go to the device page, and you have to just select the device from here, uh, from which you can. Right now, I'm not having. Just a second. Just give me a minute. Okay, so here you can see the devices connected or devices configured to the software application from where that you can change the or you can do the settings of auto switch. Like if you right click on the device icon, you will get an option to change or to configure the status switching from where you can change. Right now, device is not connected. Sorry for that. But from where you can change the status, you can configure the settings, and then you can upload the settings to the device, so that device will keep on switching the status automatically at the defined time. Yeah, you're welcome, Godwill. So if any doubt, you can always reach us on support@nvs.com, and you can just raise your queries from our ticket portal. You can just log into our website and then create the tickets, so that we can help you out. We can reply to your tickets, and you will get the solution for your queries. So I really appreciate your time that you attended this training. I hope I have done some value addition to your knowledge about CrossChex standard. Still any doubts, you can refer our website. You can download user manuals and user guides for the device system software application. Also, you can refer the training page where you can get the recorded videos for the trainings. And you can visit our YouTube channels where you can get more information, more recording videos for the installation configuration part. And you can raise your queries to support@nvs.com, and we will be there to help you out. Yes, God will. So definitely you will get all those queries, all those queries on our website. Just visit our website. There is a FAQ tab from where you can search the FAQ page, and you will get all your queries into the FAQ manner. Like you will get the answer for your queries. Or you can refer the download page, and you can download the respective user manual, and you can just have a look on that. As of now, we have not given any feature to move data from CrossChex software, CrossChex standard to CrossChex cloud. But yes, we will work out. We will definitely give a feature, so that if any existing customer there on the CrossChex standard and would like to use CrossChex cloud, we will provide you the solution accordingly. Yes, Hafiz. So I have already explained, like design report feature is already there in the reports tab when you click on the reports, where you will get the design report, and we are going to cover the design report feature into upcoming trainings. Yes, definitely. So we can use a feature, the same thing that we are using, and you can add some data fields, and you can design your own reports as well. So thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate your time, and your queries, and I hope uh, I try to resolve your queries from my side. If any doubts, you can reach me anytime on the mentioned email ID, and I will definitely help you out. Thank you so much. Once again, I really appreciate your time.